Before this video starts, I just want to let you guys know, make sure you hit the like button, link will be in the description. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Can we at least get, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 likes on this video? And yeah, so pretty much I've been given 200 million as a manager, and I've had to make a starting lineup out of 200 million. So yeah, it was difficult. I was able to do it. It took me a long freaking time. The team's not the best, but you know, just wait and see. Just wait and see. What's up, guys? It is Brandon from the two-piece mandem with another video today. And what this video is, it's for me to make a starting 11. But I could only spend 200 million, so I could only spend 200 million to make this starting lineup. And I did have a little bit left over. Let's just say players are very, very expensive these days, and you need more than 200 million to build a world-class squad. Next time I might do like 500 million or something like that. My friend suggested 200 million, or maybe I did, I don't know, but it was hard as hell, and the selection that I have is just but it's a bit interesting, so you'll find out. So with the 200 million that I spent, I had to start from the back because there's no point in having an amazing forwards, but your defense can't defend for crap. Arsenal. Alright, so the goalkeeper that I bought, which I rate highly, I think he's been in like 2 of my videos, let's be honest. I've selected him in 2 of my videos. Who was it again? Yes, David De Gea. And I looked on the transfer market and he costs exactly 58.50 million. So essentially that put me down to what, 199 million essentially as soon as I bought him. So he's worth a hell of a lot. I think he's worth more in my opinion, but thank God he was only worth 58.50 million in the transfer thing. I think it's based on the age. I think as you get older your price decreases or something like that. I think that's the reason why Juventus bought Ronaldo 400 million. But moving on. Then next I spent some big money. Now obviously Liverpool spent what, 75 million on this player, and he's risen up to like what, 81 million. So he costs what, if I do the maths, probably 6 million more. So essentially I bought Virgil van Dijk for 81 million essentially, and that left me with 180 million. So that shows you that I've spent some big ass money on this player. I think he's worth more than 81 million, because what, a player hasn't completed a single dribble pass him or something like that. So it's a bit mad. I was worth that, but I'll take it. So I basically got De Gea in goal and Virgil van Dijk as one of my centre backs, and I spent 67.50 million on this player from Napoli. He's a centre back as well, to pair up with Virgil van Dijk. And now if this was an actual like centre-back partnership, I think it'll be the best in the Premier League. If Liverpool actually did, I think Liverpool should sign this player. I think they should toss Lovren out and they should sign this player. I spent 67.50 million on Koulibaly, and I was left with what, 51 million. I was left with 51 million just buying those, just on those 2 centre-backs. So with De Gea, Virgil van Dijk and Koulibaly, I've spent over 100 million already. Like literally, I've spent over 100 million. Like it's just bloody ridiculous how much I spent just on those 3 key players. But at the end of the day, you need a solid blood clot defense if you have any chance of winning the title. That's just the way it is. All right. So I spent 67.50 million on Koulibaly. Now, because I did want some decent midfielders and strikers. I didn't really spend a lot on the right backs or the left backs. They're a bit old, so bear with me on this one. So at right back, I bought Dani Alves for 2.25 million. I think it's alright. Obviously he's not the best and he's a free agent, so I understand why it costs that much. But let's be honest, he's played for Barcelona, he's played for Paris Saint-Germain, he's well experienced. Like that's not too bad. Maybe he's a bit slower, not as much pace, but I think that's alright for 2.25 million. I was thinking Wan-Bissaka, but he cost over 50 million. I still don't know how he cost that much. My all black BPL team costs more than this team. I could just tell if Wan-Bissaka is costing 50 million. So yeah, I think Dani Alves is what, 35, 36 years old, and yeah, I paid 2.25 million for him. So I've placed him at right back. My left back, actually wait, I forgot to tell you how much I had left. I had 49.2 million left There's more figures, but I don't know if you want to know the exact figures. But I had 49.2 million left since I spent 2.25 million on Dani Alves. My left back, he was in my All Black Premier League team as well. Was Ashley Young. Now listen to me clearly, right? Ashley Young was not my first option. He was like my third option. I tried to go for Digne or something like that from Everton. The Everton left back, I couldn't buy him. He was like 30 million. Then I tried to go for Luke Shaw, but if I'm hearing that Manchester United paid 30 million for him, then I obviously can sign him. So essentially, for 4.50 million, 4.5 million, I had to pretty much buy Ashley Young, essentially at left back. I think it's alright. I don't think it's too bad. He's well experienced. He was initially a winger. I don't think he's that bad, to be honest with you. I think he's quite decent. Out of 10, I'd rate him at least a 7. I don't think he's crap at all. I think it's alright. Obviously, I could get better maybe, but you gotta look at the budget. I think if I'm gonna do this next time, I'm gonna increase the budget from 200 million because I wanted to sign like players like Kante. I want to sign players like Aubameyang. I want to sign players like him. Fucking hell, who's gonna watch this? Aubameyang. I want to sign players like De Bruyne, Sterling, Mane, Salah, but it's within the budget. So yeah, I think I'm going to increase the budget next time to make like a proper all-time BPL team. So yeah, spent money on Ashley Young. So my backline, pretty much Dani Alves, 2 centre-backs, Van Dijk and Koulibaly, a left-back, Ashley Young. So defence midfield, this is where the quality drops dramatically. I spent 12 million on Marouane Fellaini. Now I know you're thinking, why Fellaini out of all defence midfielders? He's the only one I could think of. Fernandinho, I think he would just cost too much. Like he'd be like what? What should I spend? I had 44 million left off Young when I bought Young. I think Fernandinho will cost at least 50 million, maybe 30. I don't know. But I wouldn't have enough money for my forwards. So essentially, I bought Marouane Fellaini that plays for some next Chinese club or Japanese. Basically, yeah, I bought him. Not the best of players, but he'll do. So he's my defensive midfielder. I'd say Cam. I put him at Cam. I bought Mason Mount. He cost me 12 million. It was actually quite good because he's quite young, not fully developed, obviously, in the Premier League. Because I don't think he started a game in the Premier League. He's played at Derby County. He's good under Frank Lampard. I think this was quite decent. Me spending 12 million for him, and I got 32 million left off it. What else? I bought Andres Iniesta for 5.5 million. Obviously, he's retired. Well, he's not retired. He's playing for some other Chinese club, and he's like 35 years old, so he's pretty much a grandpa. But he's still got quality. He can still pass the ball. He was still world class. He's still got his skills. All right, he's still got his skills. So how much did I pay for him? So I paid 5.5 million. Wait. Marouane Fellaini cost me 12 million, so I've got 32 million left. Bought Mason Mount for 12 million as well, so that cost that I had 20.7 million left. 5.5 from Iniesta, so I had 15 million left. Alright, so my midfield consists of Fellaini in defence midfield, then attacking midfield I had Mason Mount, then next to him I had Andres Iniesta. Alright, then on the right wing forward I bought Frank Ribery for 4 million. And I know these players are old and expired, but let's just be real. With 15 million, right, to get a decent winger you have to spend over 30 million. Let's just be real. You see, 10 years ago this wouldn't have happened. These players would cost like what, 10 or 20 million. Alright, so you know, you can tell how much money is taken over football. Like, it's just ridiculous. You are we're spending over 80 million for a freaking centre back. Like, that's ridiculous. But it does work out in the end. That's just football, isn't it? So yeah, 4 million for Frank Ribery. He was going to play on the right hand side. No, the left. I'd say left wing forward. Obviously, my formation is 4-3. He's going to play the left wing forward. Then I spent 7 million on Shane Long. I think that's quite decent, you know. I genuinely think that's quite decent. I don't think it's that bad spending 7 million on Shane Long. I genuinely think he's like a goal poacher. He's good at scoring goals. I was surprised that he was worth that much. I thought he'd be worth like over 10 million or something like that. But I'm happy that he's worth like 7 million. I'm going to be honest. So yeah, I think that was quite decent for me. I think I got lucky with that one. Not the best centre forward you can ever get. I think in my next one, if I get over 200 million, if I raise the budget just a little bit more, let's say if I had 800 million or something like that, then maybe I'll buy a Aubameyang or Aguero or maybe Bobby Firmino. I don't know. It depends which way I want to play. So Shane Locke would be my centre forward. Then at left wing forward, this guy called Borja Valley. Don't know who he was, but I didn't really have a lot of money, so I had 4 million to spend on the left wing forward. So I bought him for 1.50 million. I don't think he has an agent or anything like that, so I think that's how much he costs. I think he's in his 30s or something like that. Most of these players are pretty much expired, but they're high quality. Some of them, not Fellaini at all. Young is a little bit, no, not really. But Dani Alves and Iniesta, high quality, play for big clubs in their prime. And yeah, that's my team. So David De Gea as goalkeeper. Virgil van Dijk as my centre back. Koulibaly next to him. Left back Ashley Young. Mauro Fellaini defence midfield. Centre midfielder Iniesta. At McCann central attacking midfielder Mason Mount. Then my three forwards consisting of Frank Ribery, Shane Locke, and Borja Valley. And I had 2.7 million left. Right, that's the end of this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, comment down below what team you could make from 200 million. What players would you buy? How would you go about it differently? Don't forget to subscribe as well, because I'm going to try and keep uploading every day. And my social media links are in the description down below. Right, I'll see you guys in a bit, and peace.